Happy Monday. Good morning, morning. Good morning, Elliot. Good morning, Chance.
What's up?
Hey, does everybody know it's Gary's birthday? Did everybody yell happy birthday to Gary?
Birthday, Gary.
He goes, no, it's not.
Don't make me no older than what I am.
No.
69
He was lying. He was lying to me. He was lying. Good morning, everybody. Chris, good morning. Trevor, good morning. Jerry, good morning. Happy Monday. Danielle, good morning. I hope you all are enjoying this perfect day. Monday is the greatest day of the week. Jerry, they were all lying. It's not Gary's birthday. You got a million people on here wishing you happy birthday now, Gary. Look what you did. Okay? This is an honest program, bro. Thank you all for just, being nice enough to say that stuff. You know what I mean? Good morning, Bo. Good morning. So, no snooze or loser this morning for me. I was extra early. I don't know why. I think because of the day off yesterday and getting myself a little rested. And that's the who's got the quote of the day for today? Who's got it? Bo, you got it? You're gonna get it? You're gonna get it? Or no, wait. He's gonna look right here. Oh, they're racing. They're running. They're doing it. Get on the mic. Get on there. I don't see any camera angle changes yet.
When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves.
Where's your book at?
Mine's out in my book bag right out there.
Okay. Read that one slowly again.
When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves.
Ooh, life isn't situational. Life is about changing within.
I just sneaked Bo to do this.
That is the ticket. You did sneak him. That was good though. So let's go over the whole like deal here. If you're new to this, all right. We got our big books now. Like if you guys want a book through the end of the year, you see this. I don't see any. Nothing's happening on the. I don't know if it's my Facebook. If it's scrolling. Whoa, what was that?
It's working. It's streaming.
Okay, it's streaming. Let us know if you guys can see us here. Can everybody see us? And because on my Facebook, of course, I don't know, on my computer, my Facebook gets a little bit weird, like me and Danielle George. We're both a little weird. But I have. Oh, well, I can see it. Look at the difference on my phone. So on my phone, you see that? I can't see anything else on the screen, but it's okay. It's Monday. It's the best. It's the greatest day of the week. We're gonna rock anyway. Jamie says she can see us. All right. So here we go. We have our books ready to go. No snooze or loser. No phone scrolling, and get those gratitudes and goals written. I want to take a little time this morning to talk about. Read that quote again. All right. So changing. It was all about changing within, and you're not going to change any situations, right? So read that quote one more time before you break that mic. Don't break that mic stand. Okay.
I put the mic stand up. I can fix it.
Yeah. Daniel just gave me a hey. Yeah, I get a. Go ahead.
When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves.
Yeah. So there's no situation that I can change without changing myself. You do get that, right? The only true change that can happen. I can't change Bo. I can't change Gary. Chance, I think I can change him a little bit, but no. I gotta focus within and change me. Okay, and part of change and growth. I wanted to read that again because I want to segue into something that's very, very important. Very important for me, and I want you to know, Devin, that I am talking to myself more than I am talking to anybody today. I literally suck at this part, what I'm going to talk about today, and that's why I wrote about this and thought a lot about it last night and this morning. Rest and recharge. Rest and recharge for me is a subject, not so much that I've had trouble physically resting. Like I used to be really into lifting, right, and working out. And the greatest gains that I ever had in my life is when I ate a lot, different calories throughout the day. I watched my macros. I watched how much protein I took in. I watched all that stuff. I really increased my caloric intake in the right way. But the greatest gains that I got were through resting. like true rest twice a week, not like just doing a little something, because when you get in that mode, you feel weird not exercising, right? You feel off if you're not doing something to push the muscle. But the most important part of growth for a muscle is rest. Hands down, the most important part. But yet, those of us that are in this world of grind, teaching, if y'all do this, you can go on YouTube, and I did this last night. You can go on YouTube and type in the word motivation, type in the word grind, right? Type in the word discipline. You'll see hundreds of thousands of videos pop up that people are working on to put up the best motivational grind, work ethic, hard work, make $1 million, all that. That will show up constantly, okay? It's easy. Type in YouTube, recharge or rest, and look what comes up. Nobody's spending any time making videos about how to reset, recharge, and rest your mind so that you can be better for other people, so that you can be better for yourself, so that your mind can take a break. And I am absolutely that guy. You know, yesterday I was literally just shot. Completely, utterly shot. Like, I don't know if I know it was a little bit on. I screwed up on Saturday, and I ate taco meat, and you didn't tell me. And I noticed it when the camera went on, and my face looked like there were 2 tomatoes on my cheeks. Did you notice that? Because a couple of other guys noticed it.
No, I forgot that when you eat that.
Yeah, so did I. So I have this inflammatory disease called sarcoidosis, and when I eat certain things, or when I'm in certain environments, like dusty, nasty environments, I get what's called a flare-up. But the other part of it, that's the physical side, and it just knocks me down pretty good. And I'm cool with dealing the physical side, but like yesterday, I was mentally shot, and I struggled to understand. Danielle said, "Me too. You killed me Saturday." Good. I hope it was in a good way, Danielle. I had to take a day yesterday, and I want to know from all of you, how do you rest your mind? It's important. Sundays for you guys, you know, we really try to not do anything, and there's a few of you that don't like that. There's a few of you that don't really want to turn it off, right? You struggle with backing it down. Not you, but there's other people here that like. Does anybody want to talk about that? I know that you like to go.
Actually,
Bo, Clint, you guys, like, it's a struggle to allow your mind to slow down. What are you scared of? Like, tell me what your part is.
Well, lately, I actually been slowing down.
Mm-hmm.
But before, I just didn't want to sit and have to deal with anything. I didn't want to have to think or do anything. Like when I was working or something, I didn't have to think about anything else that I did wrong or things I had to change. It was just, I got this to do and that's it.
That's it. Yeah. Bo, you want to talk about this at all? You have an opinion on it? You're on.
I kind of feel I'm on the opposite of what you said, because like I have times where I get stuck in work stuff, and I feel like I have a lot to get done, and you know, if I'm not getting stuff done over the weekend, then I'm not getting as much done as I can get done.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I have a struggle with sitting down sometimes just to go through stuff. I actually enjoy that. Just a lot of the times when I do that, I'm still thinking about what I can do at work.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and that's the part for me. I struggle to turn my mind off to the point where I like then I get upset with myself that if I'm not present with my kids, you know what I mean? I can physically be turning it off and be sitting there hanging out with Talon, playing with the girls on the floor or doing something, and you know where my mind's still at? Somewhere else. So for me, I've had to learn. It used to be like Jesse and TJ, like riding was meditative for me. Like if I could go out in my yard and spend just 15, 20 minutes. And why was for you guys riding meditative? Like, do you remember why? Like,
I remember like when I would have a bad day or get mad or something, I could just, because I used to live around a bunch of hay fields, and I could just go ride and get things off my mind.
Yeah. For me, it was because it was total concentration. How about you, Jesse?
Yeah, that's what it's for me. Like when you're out there, it's just you and the bike.
Yeah.
And you're not thinking about anything else, you know.
And you can't, right? Like, if,
No.
especially going as fast as you guys do. Like,
Once you start thinking about something else, you're laying on the ground.
yeah. Like, it forces you, if you're going to push a little bit, especially on a ruddy track, on a busy track, on a little bit of sketchy track like my house, like, you got to be on your game, and you got to be focused on what's going on. And I think for me, like, I've told people this, they're like, you know, what do you, like, how is it meditative for riding? And I'm like, because my mind can't when my mind isn't focused on one thing, I'm all over the place. My mind wants to be in 10,000 different places. Go ahead.
Well, it's like with that, there's thousands of ways you can meditate. Like people think that like you have to sit down, cross your legs, and like hum to yourself for 4 hours, but that's not the case.
No, I agree with you. There's a million things that are meditative. For me, meditative stuff is stuff that I can focus and not think about my stuff. For me, meditative is anything I can do that takes my mind off of work. And I can be meditative at like baseball games with my son when it's quiet and I'm focusing on him. I love it. It's like this downtime for me. It's like this outdoor stuff when I'm with the dog. Yesterday I went and took my dog to train. I can focus on him. Something with being indoors with me, like I have trouble getting my mind to do anything. Even when I sit down, as soon as I sit on the couch or as soon as I sit somewhere, I'm still thinking about planning, executing, organizing. What's going to happen tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, month, year? How's my dream going? I'm still like, and I get exhausted because I don't know if you all understand what goes into like preparing for a Saturday family day. Like planning, speaking is something that until you do it regularly, there's time that goes into this. There's time to plan that to talk about something every day. Like you guys, like a pastor or minister that preaches for almost an hour every Sunday, those guys are gnarly. Like they bust that out every single week. So to do things like this, and then we run a construction company, we have the program, all the things that I have to be involved from the accounting standpoint from the construction, and we have good help. But those of you out there that have a lot on your mind, if you don't start resting, I don't even know if it's burnout, but you're not. I want to be as good as I can be every week. Monday to Saturday, I want to be the best I can be, and I really need to practice on taking Sunday and completely shutting down and doing something for my mind. I hit my microphone there. And letting my mind reset. I just thought it was funny last night when I was thinking of this topic that, like, you got – okay, Danielle is continually being a victim of Kevin right now. Do you want to tell her anything? I mean, she's just yelling at me all morning here on the –
Loser.
He's just kidding. It's got to be something you do to be the best that you can be all week. And like I said, it was really wild for me to type in all those things: motivation, grind, work ethic, discipline. It's so easy to find stuff that's about that, but it's not easy to find things on YouTube where it talks about reset, recharge your own batteries. It's funny. We make sure this thing, everybody, is charged. Is our battery charged with this? But how about this one and this one? My mind and my soul. And spiritually, yesterday, getting up and doing what I was doing, going outside, listening to music on the way, on an hour drive. It was good for me, but I really needed more. And I don't know if you all get this. If some of you at all, I get so much stuff in my brain that if I don't sit down with a piece of paper and a pen, I get to the point where it almost like it can incapacitate me. I get like this almost like comatose where I can't do anything because I can't wrap my thoughts around 4 things, but 400. Okay, so I would like to hear from y'all at home what you think of this. Remember, it's funny. We look at bodybuilding. Bodybuilders know that their only way to growth is through rest. people that play sports, they know that they have to have downtime. They have to have rest time, true rest time, where they feed their muscles, right? They feed their muscles with a lot of protein, carbohydrates, and fats, and that allows for growth. But what about your mind, your heart, and your soul? Like that kindness that needs to come out. What are you doing to emotionally and mentally and spiritually rest? I mean, it talks about it in the Bible, like that. It's a Sabbath. They talk about that you must have one day of rest, and I have sucked at it. I have absolutely sucked at it, and it's I'm done not working on it because I must continue to get better at it. Joe, do you want to talk about this one at all? Because you're a mind racer.
Yeah, well, I was just gonna say I've been recognizing. Is this thing working, Connor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to have it next to your mouth. You can't have it.
You got me thinking, like, I've been recognizing lately I want to put my mind and my body at rest, but there's more to it. Like, to put my mind at rest, I need to, like, get things out. Like you were just saying about writing things down and whatnot. Well, I've been finding, like, the more that I write about some of my goals and my dreams and my tasks at hand, I got to get those things out of my mind and on paper. That way my mind can rest.
That's it.
And, like, you talk about, there's the three things to balance, mind, body, spirit.
Yeah.
Well, the spirit is big for me lately. Just, like, finally getting to that point at the end of the day where I could lay down and just thank God for the blessings throughout the day. And just a generalized talk with God.
Yeah.
Just to, like, settle down my spirituality side, you know.
Yeah, but you're going to have times. So I go through times. I don't know if any of you, I go through unconnected times. And I don't think a lot of people like to talk about it when you're a so-called leader or a person. But I'm telling you right now, I go through serious times where I'm disconnected. And not on purpose. I'm still going through the motions of what I do. I don't stop my routine. My routine is consistent for a long time. I don't quit on that, but there are times spiritually where I'm disconnected, where there's something, and I know what that is for me, like when there's something standing in front of that, like completely gets in front of my spiritual side and my connection, to where I have to use pen to paper and I have to spend hours either outside on the porch or somewhere quiet and just get myself settled and get myself and take down the wall that I start to build against other things with work and with success, and thinking that's the number one thing. Like I have to completely prioritize what's most important. What's most important is getting to my son's game tonight. What's most important is telling my wife how much I appreciate her. What's most important is getting home before my girls go to bed, so that I can be in front of them and they can see their dad because I leave. So you know what I mean. And spending time with Talon so that he can have some time with me, and then still doing all these other things. But I have to, for me, being able to connect spiritually means I'm connecting with my priorities, and my priorities can get moved around. And I don't know if about y'all, all you, like,
They moved around a lot.
That can be, for some of you, I put purpose in front of everything myself. I think for a lot of people that are early in recovery, they put themselves in front of everything. Like, you put yourself, it's all about you and it's all about yourself. And I've gone through my battle with that. Now I'm in a different battle. And I hope you all know that you better sign up for the rest of your life to have some type of battle. And the people that come on a screen, stand behind a podium, that pretend that they have no battles, they're completely full of shit. Like, I have seasons that I go through with everything in my life, and so will you. You will have these seasons in your life. You will have these times in your life where you're going to go through this tough time. And a lot of people have this ego where they don't want to admit them, and I don't think that's leadership. I think we talked about it. The leadership to me is sharing your struggle. Leadership to me is showing a struggle and then showing how you get through it, connecting to another person, teaching to learn, like, and just being vulnerable enough to tell Bo, hey, I'm struggling with rest in my mind. I'm struggling to turn this off. I'm struggling, Devin, to make sure that my priorities are straight, and I want to keep going so bad. The grind is easy for me. The work is easy for me, right? But the rest is not easy for me. The turning off my mind to reach my goals is not easy for me. And and it's going to have to become a bigger priority to deal with it. So I hope I hope today you all really take some time to consider, is your plan of rest, is your day of rest working for you? Are you doing things to reset, to recharge your batteries, your mind, your soul, your spirit, the way you do this phone? You make sure that this is charged every single night. And like I told everybody, I'm talking to me here, number one. But I don't want to just teach the grind. I don't just want to teach a trade. I don't want to just teach life skills here. I want to teach how to truly rest, right? And connect with the people that are important in your life, and be able to do that in every single way. Because, you know, that part of life of prioritizing and moving your time is what's the most important part. And that's really how we're going to have truly lasting relationships, that we can love each other and love ourselves. Remember, you got to be true to you. You got to admit the faults. You got to allow yourself to get in your own head and be like, okay, what am I doing wrong? What can I be honest with myself to be able to rest and move forward? Okay, it's Monday. It's the greatest day of the week. Have fun. Figure out your plan for the week for rest. But whatever you do today, do it with soul. I love y'all. Peace.
Later.